Yo, what is good? Got a quick weekly recap. Only 2 trades today, so it should be pretty quick. What did the touchdown? So this week, 2 trades, 0 losses, 2 wins, 1 buy position, 1 sell position, 0.58 total lots. We're up 1.2% on the week, $120 value. So my initial equity was $10,180, and now we're 10,300. So we're up 3% on the account. So I will start risking 1.5% per trade. Trade the USD pairs the most as well. So this week was good. Got better at having less expectations to trade when getting onto the charts, but I struggled in like having attachment for potential setups. I would see a potential setup and then I would have the expectation to be able to take a trade that day, even though I come onto the chart not expecting it. So I got like half of the thing done, but I still have to work on it. So yeah, once price didn't move the way I really wanted it to, I would get a bit annoyed and I would feel like emotional pain kind of thing. So yeah, this can be prevented by doing the same thing for when getting onto the charts, except I just gotta not expect. Oh yeah, expect that anything can happen, even when there's a potential setup. Price can move up or down. It can just do whatever it wants. So anyone can change how the price is moving, and if they do not move the way I want price to move, then I just have to accept it and just get on with my life, I was also getting bored when waiting for potential setups, scrolling on TikTok, watching YouTube. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like it prevented me from taking bad setups, but I feel like it's also not a good thing to do. Because I feel like if I'm watching YouTube and then I need to lock in, I'm lost when I get onto the charts. I have no idea what I have to do, So I need to work on that. Just need to work, just go into trading expecting that nothing's going to happen. Expect it to be boring, because trading is meant to be boring. It's meant to be unpleasant. It's not meant to be a dopamine rush. So that is something I need to get into my mental. I also need to work on my thoughts when I get into the trade. Even though I'm saying I'm going to lose the trade. I'm going to lose. I still, in the back end of my thoughts, I'm always thinking I might be able to win, I'm always thinking, in the back of my mind, I'm I might be able to win a trade. I might be able to do this, do that, right? And that is not the right mindset to have. So that is something I also need to work on. And yeah, I also looked at the charts a little bit during the trades, because I was getting a bit restless with wanting to know. So my ask for help thing, I'll just go over it right now. So this week I had 2 major issues. So it was seeing a potential setup and then having the expectation to see an execution point. So I've gotten better at not having too much expectations to trade when I hop on the charts. However, something I struggled with this week was just when I see a potential setup after plotting the chart, I start to have some hope that I will be able to find an execution point. I believe that this comes from still having hopes of trading in the back end of my mind. When price does not provide me with an execution point, I start feeling bummy and I almost feel as if I've been betrayed from the markets. And this is caused by having an emotional attachment to the setup, because it provides me with the chance for a dopamine boost, as trading is really boring, and also hope to make more progress on the fund account. I cannot expect for the markets to move in my direction because I cannot control the decisions that everyone is making on the markets. That would make me try to understand what is going through everyone's minds when they are interacting with the market. So how can I solve this? First, I need to accept that trading is boring. Trading is not meant to be pleasant. As Tom Hooker says, trading is meant to be unpleasant, and if it's pleasant, then I'm doing something wrong. Trading is not a dopamine boost. It's just trading. It's just trading, bro. So going into next week, I should not treat a potential setup as something owed to me, because it could just die out right there. The next issue was having an expectation to be able to win when I'm in a trade. I've been trying to work on this, and I've been getting better at it. But I still, in the back of my mind, be thinking this could win and I could increase my equity. And even though in my mind I also think that I will lose, I still have some hope that I will win, and I need to work on that. Also, when I expect to lose though, this is the freaking dumb thing. When I expect to lose and I win, then I feel like I got overly excited, This happened last week and this happened this week too. So when I won, I was a bit over, bro, why's my hair look flat? I was overly excited. I was yo, I just won. And I was thinking yo, I'm going to lose, but then I ended up winning. So that's something I need to work on. So rather than expecting to lose, maybe just expect something to happen rather than focusing on one outcome. So I could do that. So the trades I took were just 2 trades. Man, tired. So this one was on a Powell speech. That's why the amount that I made was low, but the risk reward was pretty high. So yeah, this is honestly a really good setup. Came into Atlanta low, pushed away a pass, got into the Asian lows, I believe. Yeah, got into the Asian lows, had a beautiful reaction off of that. Then inverse this fair value gap, retrace into a 1 minute fair value gap, and then broke structure on the 1 minute to the upside. So if I had my stop here, I would have gone stopped out. So it's good that I had a good distance away from like the low, because I would have gone stopped out on spread. But yeah, we ended up moving up on TP hit. But this was, I think, during the Powell speech. So I took parcels prior to news and at TP1. So it kind of messed up with my ending balance, but I was still able to make a positive R on this regardless. But this was, I think I could have made much more if I just held on to the position longer rather than being scared of news. But I feel like I was just, like for me, what I think is like, I think I played it decently safe because Powell speech could just stop me out. So I was just trying to take as much over. But I feel like I was overly protective of the profits and I was scared of letting them go rather than being hopeful of me winning. And that's something I need to work on as well. The next trade I took was on Euro USD. So this is the one from yesterday. We came into the NY high, pushing past the London high. We had news at 6:30 as well. I'm pretty sure that's what this was. But yeah, we had a reaction off of that, inverse for value gap, then consolidated for like around 15 minutes around here on the 1 minute, looking for a 1 minute continuation. Ended up coming into 1 minute equilibrium and then respecting fair value gap. So I entered off the 1 minute breaker structure, but the 1 minute breaker structure like messed up the risk reward. Originally it was a 1.6, but then it ended up being a 1.25 only. So 1.24. That was kind of annoying. But yeah, just I went swimming as well, so I wasn't really able to manage my position. But I think it's all good. Like I can't take every piece of the move. Maybe I should have aimed for a higher risk reward, something I could improve on. But yeah, so something I need to like definitely look into the future is when I have a continuation, keep my stop above the continuation, because I was acting out of fear when I kept my stop loss above the high because I was scared that price might want to keep on going higher and stop me out. But why would price keep on going if it already respected continuation, right? That's what like TGR said in his stop loss video. So that is something like I already talked about this issue in a previous previous trade recap, but I acted out of fear and kept it there saying play it safe. But reality, I was just making my actions out of fear rather than actually properly like doing it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, honestly, that's all for the weekly recap. Praying that this thing didn't freeze yet. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's all. Pretty basic recap, nothing much. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, no, not tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday. But I'm going to Sri Lanka on Tuesday, bro. I'm actually scared. But anyways, bye.